telling, yonder peasant who is he, where and what is dwelling?
Silent lives are goodly Kents, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes' fountain.
Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs here, ships of thee on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day, as what was in the ships of thee on Christmas Day, the morning.
Our Savior Christ and His Lady, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Savior Christ and His Lady, on Christmas Day in the morning.
Bring we the sailed the ships of thee on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. The sailed the ships of thee on Christmas Day in the morning.
For they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. For they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning.
And all the bells on Ashley on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on Ashley on Christmas Day in the morning.
And all the angels in arches sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the angels in arches sing on Christmas Day in the morning.
And all the souls on Ashley sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the souls on Ashley sing on Christmas Day in the morning. Then let us all rejoice and name on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Then let us all rejoice and name on Christmas Day in the morning.
Echo with boughs of holly, tis the season to be jolly. Beneath the tree, slowly ancient Christmas crown. See the flowing balmy forest,
Strike the harp and join the chorus. La 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 la.
follow me and meditation, all the scene of beauty's treasure.
La 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 la. Pass away the old year passes. Hail the new year, lads and lasses. Leave us of the wind and weather. La 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 la.
Ding dong, merrily on high, and the bells are ringing. Ding dong, merrily the skies ring with angels singing. Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis.
In so heaven below, let's see what bells be swung, and the yo-yo-yo by Christian people sung. Hosanna in excelsis.
Theatre alive again. Isn't it wonderful? And look at this, a spotlight. Thank God for a spotlight, because the last 6 months, every time the fridge door opened, I did a tap dance. We've worked really hard to make this place COVID secure, and on the advice of a very expensive professional assessor. It may seem a bit cumbersome, but it really is to keep you all safe and, of course, to make sure that the theatre can carry on. If you need to go to the loo upstairs, use the exit, obviously closest to you, but it's 1 in, 1 out. So, make sure you know when you want to go. You've had your lovely complimentary drinks, which is really nice. That saved us taking money from you. And if you really do fancy giving a bit more of a donation after you've left here, then you know the numbers. It's 70085. Keep Kenton, and however much you want to donate. The show's about an hour long. So at the end of the show, and in true EasyJet style, can we have you leaving row by row, please, out of the exits either side, the emergency exits either side. We've got some very special guests who'll be joining us on Boxing Day, and I want to say hello to them from the Henley Manor Care Home, who are going to be watching from their home, and hopefully all their friends and family will be watching in their home so that they can be watching at the same time as their parents and things in the care home. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first wonderful Christmas show this year, the Dickens classic by the Apollo Theatre Company, A Christmas Carol.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Remember Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day
to save us all from Satan's power when we had gone astray.
Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our Heavenly Father a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and...
Marley was dead, to begin with.
There is no doubt about that.
The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman,
The clerk,
The undertaker.
and the chief mourner.
Yes, old Marley was as dead as a doornail, all right.
and one man knew it more certainly than any other.
He had been partners with Marley for years. He was Marley's sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole friend, and sole mourner.
But who was this man? We hear you ask.
Why, that's easy.
We think you already know the answer.
Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Bah! Humbug!
Yes, old Marley and Scrooge had been partners for many years, and as paint cost money, and money was a precious commodity, after Marley's death, the sign above the business had never been repainted.
So there it stood, Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes new customers would greet Scrooge with,
Ah, Mr. Marley. And sometimes with...
"Ah, Mr. Scrooge."
But he answered to both names.
Business was business, and it was all the same to him.
Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, was old Scrooge.
A squeezing,
Wrenching,
Grasping,
scraping...
clutching.
covetous old sinner.
Do you mind? Sorry.
Hard and sharp as flint.
Secret and self-contained.
And solitary as an oyster.
The icy cold within him froze his old features,
Nipped at his pointed nose.
Shriveled his cheeks.
and turned his eyes red and his lips blue.
Bah! Humbug! No one ever stopped old Scrooge in the street to bid him good day.
No children stopped to ask him the time.
Even dogs would cross the road, tails between their legs to avoid him.
But what did Scrooge care? This was how he liked to live.
Solitary.
Miserly.
And alone.
On one particularly foggy Christmas Eve.
As the bitter cold beat at the smog-covered windows,
And the fog came pouring in at every chink and keyhole.
Old Scrooge was in his counting house, gently warmed by a very small fire.
his clerk's fire was even smaller than Scrooge's, barely a piece of coal.
For you see, Scrooge kept the coal box in his own office.
Of course he did.
And so the poor old clerk huddled round a single candle and tried to warm himself.
Bless you.
Do you have an appointment? Do you have an appointment?
Yeah, but all of a sudden, Scrooge heard the front door slam.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
What on
'Tis
earth?
the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Good day, Uncle, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, surely?
I do. Merry Christmas? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What reason have you to be miserable? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug!
Oh, don't be so cross, Uncle.
Merry Christmas? If I had my way, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
But, Uncle...
You keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
Well, Uncle, I will keep it in mind. And as I have always been certain that Christmas is a good time, a time to be kind, forgiving, and charitable, to open our hearts and to think of those less fortunate, and although it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that Christmas has done me good and will do me good. And I say God bless it.
You're quite a powerful speaker, nephew. It's a wonder you never became a politician.
Oh, Uncle, come to dinner with us tomorrow.
Oh, why did you get married?
What?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Love. The one thing in the world more absurd than Christmas. Goodbye, Fred.
Uncle, why can't we be friends?
Goodbye, Fred.
Well, I am sorry. I truly am to find you so resolutely miserable. But I am determined to keep my Christmas humour to the last, and so I say to you, Merry Christmas.
Goodbye.
And a Happy New Year.
Goodbye.
Good evening, Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Now, do I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley is dead. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Ah, well, at this festive time of the year, it is common for the good folk of the city to provide charity for those less fortunate. Many are living on the streets without the very basics to survive.
Are there no prisons?
Oh, yes, plenty of those.
And workhouses?
Yes, plenty of those too.
Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear it.
So, yes, we are endeavouring to raise a fund to buy the poor some food and drink and the means to keep warm during this difficult time of the year. So, how much should I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. Gentlemen, I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. If they want somewhere to sleep, they can go and sleep in the prisons or the workhouses.
But many would rather die.
Then they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Well, I never. How rude.
Out.
God, have you got sugary tea or something?
What is it, Cratchit?
Mr. Scrooge,
You'll
sir.
be wanting all day off tomorrow, then?
Well, if it's convenient, sir.
Well, it's not convenient, and it's not fair, asking me to pay a clerk a day's wage for no work.
But, sir, it is only once a year.
It's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Well, I suppose if you must have the whole day off, be here all the earlier the next morning.
Of course, Mr. Scrooge, and thank you. Good night, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas.
Before long, the office was closed and Scrooge headed home, back to his gloomy suite of rooms, which had belonged to his old partner.
Scrooge was the only inhabitant of the building, and the yard was so dark he had to grope with his hands all the way to the frost-hung black gateway of the house.
Now, of course, there was nothing at all interesting about the knocker on that big front door. Scrooge had seen it every day, morning and night for many years.
Who could explain then, when he reached for the knocker on this cold and frosty night, what Scrooge beheld when he looked down?
Scrooge! It was the face of Jacob Marley.
Scrooge's long-dead partner. Scrooge turned to deal with this bizarre apparition, but when he did, he was met with only a plain old, ordinary door knocker.
Bah! Humbug!
Not a single light glimmered in that old house. Darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked it.
He crossed the hall, the dim light from his candle dancing around the walls.
As he climbed the stairs, tiny sounds reverberated through the house like thunder.
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 He was not a man to be frightened by such a silly occurrence. But even so, as he entered his bedroom, he gave it a quick once-over to make sure all was as it should be.
Nobody behind the door.
Nothing under the table.
Nothing behind the chair.
Quite satisfied that all was well, he put on his dressing gown, slippers, and nightcap, and sat down before the fire with a simple bowl of gruel.
And that's when he heard it.
Bah! Humbug! What? I know that voice, but it can't be. What do you want with me? My God, who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, you seem quite particular for for whatever you are.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
I don't believe it.
But why would you doubt your own senses?
Because every little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them misbehave. You might be an undigested bit of beef, a blob of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. Yeah. There's more of gravy than grave about you.
Now, do you believe me?
My God, I suppose I must, but dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
I come to you with a lesson and ask you to heed my warning. There's a reason I'm dressed in these cruel, unforgiving chains, Ebenezer. In life, I was cruel and unfeeling, failing to embrace the goodness of spirit that lies deep within us all. Therefore, in death, I am condemned to wander this cold, dark world as punishment. Perhaps you recognise them. They're the same as you will soon wear.
Jacob, old friend, speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. Look at me, Scrooge. Captive, bound and double-ironed, I wander this world with the souls of all the other poor unfortunates who never learn the ways of kindness, never helping those in need, hoarding my wealth, turning a blind eye to human suffering. I pay the price for how I lived my life.
But you were always so good at business.
The business? Mankind should have been my business. Charity, mercy and kindness should have been my business. Alas, they were not. Look upon me, Scrooge. This exact fate will befall you.
Oh, don't be too hard on me, Jacob, I beg of you.
Hear me, for my time is almost over. I'm here tonight not just to warn you, but to tell you there is still hope. A chance of escaping my fate.
Really? Oh, thank you, Jacob. You were always such a good friend.
Tonight you will be haunted by 3 spirits. Without their help, all hope is lost. Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
Well, can't they all just come at once and I can get it over with?
Expect the second on the next hour, and the third directly after. Heed their warning, Scrooge, and remember what you have seen tonight. Now I must leave you.
For your own sake, remember what has passed between us.
Bah. I thought this gruel tasted funny. I must be ill. Yes, that's right. I'm poorly and I'm seeing things and hearing things. Oh dear. Oh, well, that's one good thing that can be said for Christmas Day. At least it gives me a whole day alone to shake off whatever fever has affected my brain. Really, a grown man thinking he's seen a ghost. I never heard of anything so silly. Yeah. All this excitement certainly takes it out of you. I'm sure everything will make much more sense after a nice long. What on earth? 1 o'clock already? Was it all a dream? Surely. No ghost. I knew it. Well, Jacob Marley, you always did talk a load of old. Hello? Who's there? A thief? Yeah, but how on earth could he have climbed up here? We're 3 floors up. My goodness, it can't be. I've never seen anything like it. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
What? Who? What are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Who's past?
Yours, silly.
Yeah, well, what brings you to me?
Your welfare.
I'm perfectly well, thank you. Just in need of a good night's sleep, so if you don't mind.
Your reclamation, then. Come, walk with me.
Where?
Through the window, silly.
Now, spirit, that is an open window. And as I am a mere mortal, I'm liable to fall.
Just touch my hand and come with me.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow hath fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago.
Good heavens, I know this place. I was born in this place. This is where I grew up.
Your lip is trembling, old man. And what is that upon your cheek?
Nothing, merely a pimple.
Do you remember the way?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfolded.
Good morning.
Morning!
Oh, look, that was our postman from when we were children. He always had a smile on his face. Good morning, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, and to you too, sir. Love to all the family.
And that's the farmer that lived at the end of our lane. We used to snatch his apples and he'd catch us, but he always let us keep one. Thank you, kind sir.
These are but shadows of things that have passed. They cannot see or hear you. Come, let us go on.
Well, these children attended my school. That's Jeremy and that's young Agatha. Oh, it's good to see their friendly faces.
Come. You know this place.
My old school. But it's Christmas Day. It'll be quite deserted.
Not quite. There's one boy left, all alone. His friends all gone. Do you recognize him?
Yes, Spirit. It's me. Oh, you poor boy. Every Christmas spent alone in this dank place. I wish... but it's too late for that now.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just there was a boy singing a carol at my window last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Come, let us see another Christmas.
Here I am, Spirit. Still here. Alone, when all the other boys had gone home to enjoy their jolly holidays.
Fan! Sister! Oh, it's so good to see you. But why are you here?
I have come to bring you home, dear brother.
Home?
Yes, home. You are to leave this horrible school, come back home and live with us forever and ever.
Do you mean...
Yes, home for good. Father has finally agreed to it and said you were never to come back here.
I can't believe it. Oh, thank you, you wonderful girl.
But first, we are to celebrate Christmas together as a family and have the merriest time in all the world. Quick, fetch your trunk. Father's waiting. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, that was a happy day. There was no one like my sister.
A delicate creature, and so kind-hearted.
You're right, Spirit. She brought joy to everyone she met.
She died a woman and had children, I believe.
Just one child, Spirit, Fred, my nephew.
Come. Do you know this place?
Know it? But of course, I was apprenticed here. This is old Fezziwig's place.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, quills down, shutters up. We'll have no more work tonight. It's Christmas.
It's old Fezziwig. Bless his heart, it's good to see him again. And Mrs. Fezziwig, his wife, now she was quite something.
Stoke the fires and tune the fiddles because tonight is a celebration. It's time for the annual Fezziwig's Christmas dance. Right. First things first. Everyone up. Come on,
Up we
up on
get,
your
ladies and
feet.
gentlemen. This is
And
happening.
I don't just mean the people I
You're
can
right
see.
to look terrified.
Everyone,
madam. Up your pop.
if you're sitting on your sofa right now, put down that cup of tea. Up you get.
There we go.
Up you get. Come on,
This is all
everyone.
being filmed, so it will be kept
The quicker
forever.
you do it, the quicker you can get it over with. Come on.
Speaking of which, everyone back at home, we can see you two get up.
Yes. Right. You lucky things here tonight, and all of you watching, are about to learn the famous Fezziwig dance. Right. If you're ready, I want to see thumbs up. Thumbs up. There we go. I think they're ready.
Enthusiasm in waves.
So, we're going to start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. I can see that glass of wine there, sir. I think I'll have a drink of that later.
Good instinct.
Ooh, right. The first move is called the reindeer hop. So, I want you to put your arms out in front of you like a wee little reindeer,
Very
and you're going to
nice.
hop to the left, to the right, To the left. To the right. Ooh, very good at this one, aren't
nice. Got a good feeling about this
they?
one.
What comes next, Mr. Fezziwig?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the turkey twizzler.
Oh, yes.
Wings up, if you would. Give him a waggle.
Give him a flap.
You give yourself a spin.
Around 2, 3,
And back
4,
the way you
and back,
came.
2, 3, 4. Ooh.
Professional
Not quite
level.
so quick on that one, are they? Anyway, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is called Protect Your Bauble.
Satire.
So, if you're here tonight in a bubble, I want you to turn to the person next to you and you're going to tap elbows together like so. A tap, a tap, a tap, a tap. Now, if you are third wheeling in a bubble or you're here tonight on your own, don't you worry, you can still join in. You have to put your hands behind your head and tap them
Just like
together
that.
yourself.
Give it some of that,
Wonderful.
ladies.
There we go. And the next move is Mr.
Right,
President.
next we have Feel Your Presence.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
3-parter, ladies and gentlemen. Do keep up. Big gift, little gift, cardboard gift. Big gift, little gift, cardboard gift. Big gift, little gift, cardboard gift.
Mr. Fezziwig! Mr. Fezziwig! Mr. Fezziwig! He gets quite into that one. Right, moving on swiftly, we have what's inside. So you're going to shake your presents from side to side. Oh, what's inside? Oh, what's inside? Oh, yeah, I like this one.
Very nice. It's more than sweet.
Oh, yes. Very good at this one, aren't they? Could do this one all day.
Do like 20 minutes of this will be sorted.
Yeah. It's like a little arm workout.
Right, moving on.
Anyway.
Right, next we have the snow shuffle, which is
yes.
very simply shaking off that snow off your boots. Basically, make as much noise as you can. I don't think this building's listed, so it doesn't really matter.
Fine. Right. And then that brings us on nicely to the final move, which is called the Yule Tidal Wave. It's a little bit like its Mexican counterpart. Well, it's very much like
It
its
is
Mexican.
its Mexican
It is its
counterpart.
Mexican counterpart. So we're going to throw our arms up in the air, starting that end. Up we go,
There we go.
and bring it across. Woo!
Very
And then we'll
nice.
go this side to that side. Woohoo!
Beautiful.
Lovely. Ooh, well, they're very good. Don't sit down yet, because I think we might be ready to put it to music. What do you think, Mr. Fezziwig?
It's either that or the individual dances.
Oh, I like the sound of that one. No,
No,
let's not
no.
be no.
It's
Right.
Christmas.
Thumbs up if you're ready to do it with music. Yes. In that case, maestro, hit it. Ready with the reindeer hop. And
Turkey Twizzler! And back!
And
One more
again.
time!
Woo!
And back!
Protect your
Here we
bauble.
go!
Ready? And
Big gift, little gift, cardboard books!
oh, what's inside? Oh, what's inside?
Stomp it out, ladies and gentlemen!
I'm ready
A
with the
big
Yule Tidal
finish!
Wave.
Swish
Woo!
it!
And again. Woo!
And back to me, I got
Woo!
it! Yes!
Woo! Oh, give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back if you can. Oh, you can sit down now. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I am tired out. Oh, I think I need a breather. Well, I've just remembered, Mr. Fezziwig,
Hey,
I don't think I've had my Christmas present yet.
it's a voucher.
And well, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind. In that case, you won't be wanting this then.
Oh, well,
Mr. Fezziwig!
Oh, Spirit, I feel so full of joy. What a couple they were. And we were so well treated.
Small kindnesses, only a few pounds here or there. Do they deserve so much praise?
Small. No, you don't understand. Fezziwig had the power to make our lives jolly or miserable, to make our working days unbearable or full of fun. The happiness and kindness Fezziwig gave were worth a small fortune.
What?
I should just like to be able to have a word or two with my clerk, Bob Cratchit. That's all.
My time grows short. Quickly.
Bell, wait!
Oh, no. No, Spirit. I remember this scene too well and have no need to see it again. Let us move on, Spirit, please.
Slow down and listen. These shadows must be observed.
Belle, please, I just don't understand.
Ebenezer, I don't know what else to say. We both know that there is something you love so much in this world that it has taken over your love for me. And if it can cheer you and comfort you into the future as I would have done, then I'm happy for you. and have no need to be upset.
What do you mean? What could possibly replace you?
I think you know it, Ebenezer.
I don't. What could I possibly love in the world as much as you?
Your job, your money, your wealth.
That wealth is what will protect us in the future. The world is a harsh
You
place.
fear the world too much. I have seen you change over these past years. You cannot deny it. All your noble aspirations have disappeared one by one until there is only one thing left. Greed.
That is untrue. I have grown smarter. I see how the world is now. But my love for you has never changed.
We fell in love when we were both poor and content to be so. You have changed. When we met, you were a different man.
I was a boy.
But I have not changed from those first days. Oh, the happiness we dreamt of when we were those people, I still want it. But I know now it can never be. Ebenezer, it is enough. I release you.
What if I don't seek release?
Tell me, the man you are now, would he seek me out and try to win me, the woman I am? Or can even I believe you would choose a poor, dowerless girl, you who measure everything by gain? If you did, you would be betraying your one guiding principle, and you would regret it forever. I release you, Ebenezer, with a full heart of love for the man you once were. Goodbye. And may you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, show me no more. Why do you delight in torturing me?
Just one more shadow.
So many children, causing mayhem, but they look so happy. Where are the parents?
Come on, Belle. Sit yourself down. You must be exhausted.
Oh, thank you, I am.
Oh, you must take it a bit slower in your condition, my dear. We're not getting any younger, you know.
I know.
Oh, you'll never guess who I saw this afternoon. An old friend of yours.
Who?
Guess.
But I don't know. It could be anyone.
Someone you haven't seen in a long time.
Oh, I don't know. Mr. Scrooge?
Correct. I passed his office window. There was a candle lit inside and I couldn't help looking in. Can you believe it? His partner is on the brink of death and he was still working there. Alone. All alone in the world, I do believe. Poor man.
Yes. Poor man.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, these were shadows of things that have been.
They are what they are.
Please, I cannot bear it. Take me back. Hold me no longer. Spirit, hear me, please. Take me home. I wish to go home. What? But where? It cannot be. My goodness me, what time is it? Almost 2. The next spirit will be visiting soon. Nothing. Nothing at all. Was it all just a strange dream after all?
Ebenezer Scrooge, come in, man.
Who's there? Are you the next spirit? And how did you get in?
Come in and know me better, man.
Surprise!
Who on earth are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Oh, don't be afraid. Oh, look upon me. Have you ever seen the like of me before?
Never.
Oh, well, perhaps you've met one of my brothers or sisters. I have over 1,800, don't you know?
1,800? But how does one man provide for a family like that?
Woo, come. We have much to see.
Yes, Spirit, the last ghost taught me a lesson I shall never forget, however much it pains me. Please, if you have much to teach me, do it quickly and allow me to learn from all my mistakes.
All in good time.
But where are you taking me? Are you to take me to some poor part of the city to see the true misery of Christmas for those who have so little?
Misery? Oh, dear me, no. Listen.
Ding dong, merrily in heaven the bells are ringing.
Ding dong, verily the sky is riven with angels singing. Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis. Pray you dutifully prime your matin chime, ye ringers. May you beautifully rhyme your eve time song, ye singers. Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis.
Last few bags of chestnuts, closing up for Christmas. Come and get 'em. Oh, hello, Mrs. Smith. 2 bags of chestnuts coming right up. That'll be 2 and 6. You know what? I'll throw in my last bag for free. It is Christmas after all.
Ripe, juicy pears, perfect for the Christmas table. Ah, good to see you again, Mr. Tavistock. How's your daughter? Keeping strong? Pound of pears coming right up. Oh, no, I don't want any money for that. You tell your daughter Merry Christmas from me.
Surely at such a late hour on Christmas Eve, they could have asked for even more money if they wanted to. Such generosity, Spirit.
Hey, watch out.
Mind where you're going, you nearly knocked me over.
Watch.
Oh, huh. What am I saying? It was my fault. Merry Christmas, friends.
No. It was all me. Merry Christmas.
Spirit, tell me, what is that power you use so readily? Does it work for anyone?
It does, but it's the poor who benefit the most.
But why?
Because they need it the most.
Spirit, why have we stopped outside this particular humble little house?
All will be revealed.
Right, so that is it. Table set, house clean, potatoes peeled, goose stuffed. Well, I think that's everything. Oh, I don't know where that husband of mine has got to. Oh, Tiny Tim. Oh, I hope they're all right. The ice is treacherous out there. Oh, think I hear them coming. Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. C.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Mrs. C. Oh, you stand with this crutch,
yeah.
love. There we go.
And how did little Tim behave today?
Oh, it's good as gold. And better. Do you know, he gets more thoughtful every day. He told me, coming home today, that he hoped people saw him in the church because he was a cripple. And it was good to remember on Christmas Day who made the beggars walk and the blind see.
Well, that is just lovely. Merry Christmas, Tim.
They have so little, yet so much love in their hearts.
Indeed.
I must say, I can't wait to tuck into that goose you've been preparing, Mrs. C. It smells absolutely delicious. We could smell it all the way down the road, couldn't we, Tim? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm hungry too, mate.
Well, I'm glad you're both so excited, but that isn't it. There's a little treat for after the crowning glory. Just you wait there.
What we got?
Here we go. Are you ready? We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, would you look at that? What an absolute feast. A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears.
Merry Christmas.
Before we tuck into our lunch, I would like to give thanks to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Oh, how kind of him.
Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast indeed. Well, I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and a darn sight more too. Well, what an odious, stingy heart. I'm feeling mad.
My dear, please, it's Christmas Day.
Oh, very well. But I'd drink to his health for your sake, not for his.
Oh.
A Merry Christmas to him and a Happy New Year. Oh, he'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
God bless us.
God bless us. Oh, that's right, Tim. God bless us.
Everyone.
Right, come on. Let's go see if we can build a snowman. Up we get. There we are.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
The future is dim, but I see a vacant seat at the table and a crutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered, the child will die.
Oh no, a kind spirit, say he will be spared.
I cannot. What of it? If he be like to die, better do it and decrease the population. Who's to say which men should live and which should die? It may be, in the eyes of heaven, you are less fit to live than this poor child. And yet here you are. But come, we must move on.
Another humble abode. But who lives here? Oh, why? It's my nephew Fred. Oh, it's good to see his friendly face.
And then he said that Christmas was a humbug, and I think he believed it too.
Shame on him.
Oh no, he's a comical old fellow, there's no doubt about that. And he could do with being a bit more pleasant, but his offences carry their own judgment, and I won't speak any more against
But
him.
what about all the money he has? Some reward for being so miserly.
His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't do any good with it. He doesn't make himself comfortable. He doesn't even have the satisfaction of giving some to us.
Quite frankly, I have no patience with him.
I have. I feel sorry for him, really. It's only him that loses out on the way he lives. He dislikes us and won't come for dinner. Well, he just loses out on a very fine dinner indeed. And some wonderful company, I might add. I'm sure he's lonely in that mouldy old office or his dusty chambers, and I mean to ask him for dinner every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. One day, he might change his mind, and who knows, maybe it will benefit him in all sorts of unknown ways.
I suppose you're right. Oh, Fred, you are a kind soul.
Spirit, I have cruelly misjudged this nephew of mine. Spirit?
Oh, my apologies. I fear we must hurry. Have you seen enough?
No, Spirit. Just half an hour more with these jolly souls, please.
Very well.
Oh, this is the hardest one yet. Can we play a new game?
Oh, it's only yes and no. Come on, you're so close. What are your clues again?
Okay, so you're thinking of a savage, disagreeable beast that growls and grunts and sometimes talks. It walks the streets of London. It doesn't live in a zoo, and it isn't a pet animal.
Do you give up?
Well, it's just I can't think of anything.
Oh,
Oh, I've got it.
look, I think you have.
Yes, I've got it. It's your Uncle Scrooge.
That's right.
Cheek.
Oh, that old fellow has given us plenty of laughs tonight. And so, with a glass in my hand, I propose a toast to Uncle Ebenezer.
To Uncle Scrooge.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year wherever he is. He wouldn't hear it from me, but may have one nonetheless.
Oh, Spirit. I could stay here all evening. What fun they have. And so why did I refuse his invitation all these years? Spirit? Spirit, you look different. Much older somehow.
That I am.
But are Spirit's lives so short?
My time upon this earth is very brief. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
At midnight. The hour draws near.
But have I seen all you wished to show me? But surely there are more lessons to be learned before who is to come.
Think upon what you have seen this night, for your time for repentance also runs short.
Spirit? Spirit? I don't think I am ready for who is to come. Please, advise me on who I am yet to meet. I am filled with a sudden sense of dread at the grim look of this phantom. But I know who you are. Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of things that have not yet happened, but will happen in the future. Is that not so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any spirit I have yet seen. But I know your purpose is to do me good. And as I hope to live on a changed man, I am prepared to bear your company and do so with a thankful heart. Will you not speak? Lead on then, Spirit. The night is fading fast, and every hour is now precious to me. Lead on. I know this part of the city. This is a place of business where deals are done and fortunes made.
I don't really know much about the whole affair. All I know is that he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why, what was the matter with the old fool? I thought he'd never die.
God knows. I'd like to know what he's done with all his money.
Maybe he left it to his company. It certainly hasn't left any to me, that's all I know.
I'm sure he'll have a cheap funeral. Can't think for the life of me who would attend.
Well, I'll go if lunch is provided.
Me too! Let's go along and see if the old codger's got any more generous since he's died.
Spirit, I know these gentlemen, but whose sad demise were they describing so callously? I know these two worthy gentlemen as well. Better deal makers you will not find in this city. Perhaps their words will help to clear things up.
Good day.
Good day.
Well, old Misery Guts has finally bitten the dust.
So he has. Still playing golf?
No, goodbye.
Goodbye.
What a peculiar conversation. Spirit, why do you show me these odd meetings? Show me a shadow of my future self now, that I might piece these clues together and see what I have become. This way? Now, Spirit, this is a part of town it is not safe to walk through.
Papa, everyone
Full
knows.
of drunks and criminals. I think we would be wise to guard our persons. But of course, these are merely shadows of the future. This way? What is this filthy place? A scrap pile, a tumble-down pawnbroker's. The smell is unbearable.
Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, I come bearing gifts straight from his house.
Oh, really? So soon?
Yeah, well, everyone has a right to take care of themselves. Goodness knows he always did. And maybe if he'd been nicer in his own lifetime, he would have had someone looking after him when death came. But nah, so I don't feel a speck of guilt about taking what I want.
Well, go on then. What have you got for me?
Oh, right then, let's see. Oh, what we got? Oh, I got some of his lovely sheets and towels. Oh, a couple of silver teaspoons.
Ooh.
Pair of sugar tongs. Ooh. And an old boot.
Is that it? Well, I suppose I can spare a penny or two for those.
And there's more. Look at these beauties.
Bed curtains? Oh, you don't mean to tell me you took those curtains down, rings and all, with him just lying there, dead as a doornail?
Well, why not? And there's more.
Oh, it's blankets?
Yeah, and that was blooming tricky getting them, I can assure you. Still, he isn't likely to be catching a cold anymore, is he?
I hope he didn't die of anything contagious.
Nah, not unless you can catch greed. Oh, and look at this lovely shirt.
Oh, that is
very
nice.
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to bury him in that. Yeah. What a waste.
Well, you've certainly outdone yourself this time.
Oh.
Here you are.
Oh, thanking you kindly. Yeah. Well, he frightened everyone away from him when he was alive. But he's made up for it in his death.
Hasn't he just?
Spirit, I understand your message. The end of this unhappy man could be my own if I cannot change. Oh, Spirit, this is a fearful place. I shall not forget its lesson. If there is anyone in this city who feels emotion caused by this man's death, show them to me, Spirit, please.
Oh, Bob, where are you? Every day he walks home a little slower than the last. And he used to walk very fast indeed with Tiny Tim on his shoulders. But of course he was light to carry and you loved him so much. It's good to see you, Bob.
Good evening, dear.
Did you go visit him today then?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have come. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. And they tend the gravestones there so nicely. All neat and tidy. He'd have been pleased about that, I know it. But don't worry, you'll see it soon. I I sat by his grave today, and I promised him we would visit every Sunday. Poor boy. He was so patient and mild. Poor little tiny Tim.
Oh, poor boy. Was there nothing anyone could have done? Spirit, something tells me our time is growing short. Tell me who the dead man was the shadows spoke of so pitilessly. The churchyard. Oh, this is a miserable place to end our journey. Can't you just give me the name and have done? Spirit, before I draw nearer that gravestone, answer me this. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may yet be? My destiny is not fixed, Spirit. The other ghosts told me. If I change my ways, then the end result must change. Mustn't it? Spirit, please. Oh no. No. Please, spirits, I am not the man I was. I will change my course. Why do you show me these things if I am past all hope? Please, spirits, pity me. Show me I may yet change these shadows by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. I will not forget the lessons they teach. Please, spirits, please!
And all at once, Scrooge found himself back in his dusty old armchair in the familiar surroundings of his chambers.
Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. What? It's morning. My long night is over. Oh, how happy I am about that. But wait, it's morning. I haven't much time. I must make amends.
And Scrooge scrambled out of his chair, pacing the room like a madman and giggling with glee.
Oh, you spectres! The spirits of all three of you shall live within me, I promise. Jacob Marley, wherever you may be, thank you. Thank you for your kind visitation. I am a changed man.
He began manically checking the contents of his chambers, double and triple checking that this dark future he had witnessed was not already played out.
My curtains, they're not torn down. They're still here, rings and all. And there's the door where Jacob Marley entered, and that was the window the ghost of Christmas past burst through. And there was the spot where the big ghost of Christmas present left me. Hey, everything is still here. I'm here. The dark shadows can be dispelled, and they will be. I am sure of it. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather, as happy as an angel, as merry as a schoolboy. And I feel quite giddy. A Merry Christmas, everybody! Happy New Year to the world! A Merry Christmas to you, and to you, and you, and you, and to one and all, wherever you are. And, I don't know what day of the month it is, or how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I'm quite the baby. Never mind, I don't care. I'd rather be a baby! And, why, hello, excuse me?
Us?
Yes, you lot. Of what day is today?
What?
Today, my fine fellows. What day is it today?
Oh! Today? Why, it's Christmas Day!
Christmas Day! I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Of course they have those clever things. Oh, you, my fine fellow. Do you know the butcher's shop on the corner of the next street?
Well, yes, I think so.
Well, of course you do, you marvellous chap, you. Do you know if they still have the prize turkey hanging up in the window, the big one?
What, the one that's nearly as big as me? Well, yes, I walked past there this morning.
Right! I want you to go and buy it.
Yeah, right. With what? I don't think they accept buttons in there, mate.
You silly boy! I shall pay for it. There's some coin. Bring it back here and you'll earn yourself a shilling. Oh, come back in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. I shall have that turkey sent straight to Bob Cratchit. Why, it's twice the size of Tiny Tim. I can't wait to see their faces when that comes through the door. But my goodness me, That was quick! Come on, we're off to Camden Town.
And without a thought to the cost, Scrooge hailed them both a cab.
Driver!
Well, aren't you going to put some clothes on?
Camden Town, please, driver!
As the coach trundled through town, Scrooge couldn't help but greet every passer-by with a gleeful smile or a cheerful greeting.
Good morning, madam! A Merry Christmas to you! Oh, hello, sir. What pretty Christmas outfits your family wear.
But it was the sight of two familiar gentlemen that made Scrooge shout in alarm up to the coachman.
Driver, stop! Excuse me, gentlemen. How do you do? Thank you so much for coming by yesterday. I trust you succeeded in your charitable task.
Mr. Scrooge!
Yes, that is my name, though I fear it may not be a pleasant one for you to hear. But allow me your forgiveness. Gentlemen, I have rethought my position, and the amount I wish to donate to your worthy cause is,
Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
Well, absolutely, and not a farthing less, I assure you. I owe a great many back payments, I don't doubt.
I don't know what to say.
I don't say anything at all, just come round in the money and collect the money.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you both. Thank you 50 times.
It was at this point that Scrooge suddenly realised where he was. He had arrived at his nephew Fred's humble abode. Filled with Christmas glee and quite forgetting himself, he walked straight in.
Right, come on, everyone. Let's play yes and no. I'll start. What on earth?
Fred, darling nephew, Merry Christmas.
Uncle, what are you doing here?
Well, I've come for dinner.
But I distinctly remember you saying that Christmas was a humbug and
Oh, never mind all that. I'm thoroughly looking forward to a day of merriment and cheer. Oh, that is, of course, if I'm still invited.
Well, of course you are! The more the merrier. It is Christmas after all. Come on in, make yourself at home.
Thank you, kind nephew, but permit me a short delay. Oh, but there's one more person I must see today. However, I shall return, and sooner than you can say, Happy New Year!
Well, I never.
And off Scrooge fled, down streets flecked with snow, past glowing windows where beaming children opened stockings stuffed with treats, until he reached a humble dwelling he had come to know very well. With mischief on his mind, he once again chose not to knock.
Merry Christmas, Mr. C.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. C.
Merry Christmas, Tim.
Cratchit!
Mr. Scrooge?
Cratchit, what is the meaning of this?
What do you mean, sir?
You were not at work this morning, Cratchit. I waited and waited, but you did not arrive. In the end, I had to take a very expensive cab to get here. Do you have an explanation for this?
Well, it's Christmas, sir.
Christmas? Christmas? Bah, humbug! It pains me to do this, Cratchit, but you leave me no choice. I am going to...
No! You listen to me. You just come in here shouting at my husband. How dare you? I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. Just you wait.
But, dear...
Don't you dare me. And as for you, you mean, horrible, nasty...
Which is why I'm going to have to give you more money.
What?
I'm raising your salary, Bob, and considerably. It's the least I can do for all the hard work you've done for me over the years.
What? I don't know what to say.
And not just that. From now on, I shall look after all of Tiny Tim's medical bills. In fact, you're all going to be looked after. That's right. Everything is going to be all right. Oh, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. And now bring in that enormous turkey.
And Scrooge was as good as his word. He did all this and infinitely more.
And to Tiny Tim,
Who did not die.
he became a second father.
In fact, he became as good a friend and a master as anybody in the city, the borough, or even the world.
Scrooge never saw the spirits again.
But it was always said of him.
That he knew how to keep Christmas well.
And may that truly be said of all of us.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us,
everyone.